Witajcie kochani, dzień dobry.
Dzień dobry, dzień dobry.
Kochani, witamy Was ten
Good morning. We'd like to welcome you on this Saturday morning in 2022, since this is the first leader session in 2022 with the management board and all the founders. We would like to thank you for 2021 and all the best for 2022 and for all those targets, dreams, everything you've written down and you hold in your heart. So they come true in this year. So fingers crossed for you. We can't wait for this year. We have lots of plans, dreams and targets, vision and idea that we'll talk about during this session. This will be a special year. That's how we have planned it. That's why we have visualized it. We've prepared some special solutions, but we'll present you with the details in a second. This is a business meeting. We talk to the leaders. We straightforward and very clear. You often wondered probably what's the difference between the people of success and people who do not have too much success. It's persistence. It's easy to give up if things don't work. And it usually doesn't at the beginning, or it doesn't go the way you would like it to go. But the people of success are persistent, they act and they look for solutions. They wonder what could be done, what they could do better, what you can improve in yourself to be successful. They are on the way of a search, of action. People who succeed extremely, the best ones, they always do a little bit more. You don't have to do much more, but they do 5–10% more than other people. And that makes them receive and achieve better results. But seeking for solutions and your readiness to experiment a bit, for effort, to in accepting this effort, and the readiness to improvement is the first key to success. And we have prepared something because this year will have like a concept, an idea. Piotr will tell you what it is. Yes, it will be an dual life go up idea. What is it that we understand through it? What we want to happen at this time? As the name suggests, go up means go higher. And we start with ourselves, with the organization, of the management board, founder, company, our partners, people who work with, our colleagues. From the very beginning of 2022, we've been implementing this go up idea, sort of like for our back office. We've had training with Norbert for our colleagues, for all people working in the office. So each of us, every person increases and improves their competence, their skills, so some things go faster, better. So the system is impeccable. So it is more efficient. The idea is to go higher. Maybe some of us, some of you are in a comfort zone because you earn appropriate money, you have proper cars, or have organization, a group of people that you cooperate with. But it is about taking a fresh look at the organization, your operation, and not be too satisfied with it, to take yet another step. So every person cooperating with us who's a club member, so you go higher up in the rank just by one notch. We'll talk about it in the main session, but now, since it's leader session, we want to at the very beginning of this BDS, tell you how to work with this idea, how to make your business grow up. So for the business to grow, you need to grow. You need to start with yourself. You need to maybe do things that you don't really fancy doing because you've done some things, you've achieved some position, you have PIN, you've got proper remuneration. But the whole idea is that you get back to the beginning. So you once again take a fresh look at your business, what I do every day, what's my day of work, and go a step higher, just go up. Maybe read a book more per month in order to change, because if you change, everything around us will change. Why is that important and why are we doing it now? Norbert will tell you more about that. because we worked about this at the end of 2021 a lot, and we believe that 2022 will be a special one. Why now? Why is it so important? Yes, it will be special for sure. If you are at the beginning of this journey and you start your life, or maybe you failed to achieve some target earlier, some of your actions did not lead you to success, maybe need something to be changed for sure, maybe your approach, technique of work, maybe other tools. And now imagine what's going to happen if we introduce completely new standards, because if you have new habits and new operations, if you create a habit, it's just a matter of time. There will be like a new ideas, and new habits will be created in your head. They'll become normal. It often doesn't mean more effort. It means new way of working, fresher and better results you can achieve. And now, if you are ready to make that decision, then the next year can be a trampoline to a huge success. Well, now, the beginning of the year is the period where everybody, makes plans for their life, they have set new goals. It is normal. We just build like that. That at the beginning of the new year, we make new plans. And if you are able to make this effort, plan your life anew and introduce new plans, operations into your organization, if you are able to implement new work style, this is creating new ways of operation. If you introduce that into your organization, and if you start with yourself, everything is going to duplicate, because whatever you do or you don't do duplicates. And this new plan with a new vision, with a new energy to just go through your life in a different way can actually lead you to great success at the end of this year. And I believe that if we meet next year, we'll have something super special to enjoy. And you need to do it now, today. Don't put it for later, because each time you put something for later, the time shrinks, and the time when you can achieve your goal shortens. It's pointless waiting. You should start your actions right now, right today. So now, what kind of benefits? What's going to happen? Well, exactly. What's it going to give you? Because probably you're sitting in front of your computer or huge TV screen and you listen to us and you think, all right, it's your life, the idea, go up. What is going to produce for me? What am I going to have from it? Then one word. Take a pen, take a piece of paper, again, notebook, and write it down. Let's write this word down. It's going to get you speed, drive. It is a very important word in our sector. The whole momentum can be a trampoline for 2023, actually. But momentum, drive is one of the key words in the sector that we operate. And now you can actually miss that day by day, just, passes. We put things to the side, but many people who listen to this recording today, to this BDS, they will be waiting, at the start line. So do everything you can so you can start with them in 2022. So you can get momentum. And imagine that your car broke down and you want to push it off the road. It's a heavy car. It's a, GLS Mercedes, and you don't know how to do it yourself. But you have in your team 2-3 people who are in that car with you, and you do it together. And then it is much easier to push this car off the road. And this is what we want to create in your life. So together with your team, you start your business and you start pushing it forward, not making like massive changes. It's not about doing something extraordinary at once. No, it's for many people to do a little bit. So each of us can grow by several percent, just a bit more. We'll talk about it. And very often, a small change, a small amount of extra work, or small behaviors bring a massive result. So there's sometimes it's not much to have a big start in 2022 with the dual life go up idea, and this will bring different effects for you for a month, 2, 3. Maybe you're not going to notice it straight away because it's an ongoing and lasting process. Because of course, first 2, 3, 4 weeks, you might even be frustrated that you thought it was going to go faster, but there is a Pareto principle that quite often you have 80% involvement and then you have 20% effect. But then it changes. You have 20% involvement and 80% effect. So we count on this dual life idea, dual life up, together with your team, will help you go on to new heights and your position and your success. Now, imagine what's going to happen in a year, how big your business can be. It's small things, where you need to start, because it is natural that quite often we think of it like, the company must do something, we'll make effort. A human must do something, something must happen actually outside of me. No, it's not true. Everything starts within you. It's all up to me. If you are ready for better results, if you are ready to climb up. So the first thing, what can I do? What can you do on your part? The first thing, which is very important, it's either creating this motivation or finding it or refreshing it to yourself, remembering what it was like before, because maybe your dream is still there. It drives you, but maybe it's been dimmed down a bit, maybe slightly forgotten. Maybe you've not specified your dream yet and you don't really know what you want because you're there because it's cool, because there are right people, because there are good products. But the first principle is to be motivated. What is your biggest motivation? It's your willingness to avoid suffering. So realize and understand what really hurts you, what stops you, and you should be aware of the fact that it's unbearable pain. It's like in this joke. Imagine autumn. There's like the blocks of flats in a big city. It's raining. A guy walks in front of this block of flats with a dog. He's pulled up his coat because it's really windy. It's evening in November. And the dog is howling, and he wonders what's howling so much. And he goes around the corner, and he sees a friend with his dog, and the dog sits and just howls. And he goes, "Why is this dog howling so much?" Because it sits on a nail. Doesn't it bother him? No, probably not. So we are we're getting used to the pain that we suffer for years. If you're able to make yourself aware of that pain and increase that feeling of pain, because it's internal dialogue, it's a dialogue with yourself. The key is how you talk to yourself, how much you can motivate yourself. If you can increase that pain and be aware of the fact that it's unpleasant, make it unbearable, whatever it is, it's a great reason to start, to create your dream, to identify the dream, and to give it energy. Because yet again, it's not enough to be willing. What is the secret of people who succeed, apart from the action and the first stage and being involved? The secret lies in how big emotion you can put in your dream and keep up your motivation. It's not going to be simple because it's a sinusoid. Life is always a fluctuating sinusoid, and you know what it's like. Sometimes it's better and sometimes it's worse. It's always going up and down. The secret lies in the fact that at those moment when it's really poor. You need to have this lifeboat, and for you to find and decide what you want. Once you specify it, what's been helping you for many years and yourself. It is visualizing your idea, your targets. It might seem very banal that people don't do what they want, but this is slightly serious. It's so banal that they don't know that it works.
Simple things do most action. They work best. Visualize your dreams, put momentum to it, energy, acquire the skills, get the skills to put fire to it, emotion to it. The secret is about dreams. The more emotions, the better things will come, the more desire, so that it keeps you awake at night. So this is how you can achieve the things you planned. But the key is start from yourself. If you want the people to follow you, start from yourself. You need to have this fire. You need to have the power. You need to have this desire, this inner drive. Many times you've been talking to people, to someone who spoke wisely, but they didn't have this inner strength, this spark, something. Um, People, other times, someone spoke not very eloquently, but they had this driving force, this inner conviction. And this was the magnet for people. Become the magnetic person to yourself and to others. First, the dream, objective, decision. If you want to take part and go up in this whole idea, so move the level up. It's not only about business, actually. Go up, it's improving yourself in many aspects of your life. What's our objective? To create an environment where you will be living better, where people will want to be there, where they will feel good, where they will be growing, where they will be achieving their objectives, but they will be satisfying their needs so that you're happy every day. So these are many aspects. It's not only about business. Today we are talking about business because we are talking about results, specific, better results, more money, better success. Start from yourself because this is the key. And how this will reflect to your team, what might happen? Well, a lot. Norbert put it very well. What to do with yourself because it all starts in us and it ends in us. But as we are working in this business, we are working in teams. Remember to work with your team. If you set yourself to this dual life idea properly, if you have this burning desire of being better than 1 year ago, getting a higher rank, driving perhaps a better car, being healthier, having better skills, competences, knowledge, experience. We are going to talk about it in the main session, of course, but it's important that when you burn with fire, set this fire to other team members. And what's important, sometimes it's a vicious circle. We are properly set, we have the proper mindset, we go to our team, but the team does not necessarily reflect our attitude and they don't necessarily want to join our idea. I will give you the idea how to do it. Work with people who want to work with you. Each of us have huge teams and they don't know what to start with, whom to start with. These are signals which tell you whether someone is involved, whether they want to work, whether they want to act, whether they are able to pay a certain price for the success. So identify in your organization people who want, who feel like doing something, who also will join the idea of dual life, go up, who have their desires, objectives, plans. So devote most time to them, spend most time with them, make a meeting with your, if you're a manager, with your team leaders, talk to them, pass this idea of dual life go up, that you want to help them so that they feel support in you and start acting in teams because one person is not able to do as much as the whole team. So it's important that you devote properly the time to those who want to act, who want to be involved. And if I was to give you the percentage, how to distribute the time, because each of us has only 100% of time and we need to distribute it properly. So if the persons who are calling you are in constant touch with you, who are active, they have this monthly activity, they go to training, they participate in BDS, they've already subscribed for TFT, and work with them 80% of the time, build with them their teams, because if you help them grow, you will automatically grow. If there are people who say, well, I would like to do it just occasionally, well, don't forget about those people, of course. Support them, help them, be their advisor. But if you want to be on a fast lane, on a highway, if we're driving, let's compare it to a highway, you're driving 140 kilometers. If someone wants to go drive 30, of course, the highway is also for those people. But it's important that you know what your objective is and with whom you want to be, with whom you want to drive this bus for success. So properly investing time to those who are in your life today, this is also an important issue, so that you don't waste your time for persuading someone to run this project, because everything has been proven. The business is working today. This will be the ninth anniversary of Dual Life. You can't have any more proofs that this business works. The top positions are already achieved in Dual Life. You can call those people, you can ask them for advice. So it's important that you work with your team, that you work with proper people, and you do proper things, because sometimes we have an impression that someone is working, someone does a lot. They are meeting people, they go undergo trainings. But remember what's the key of working in dual life. This is nothing else but presenting. If we are convinced about this whole project, the product, the system of trainings, and we show this project to other people, and we show them the business, the idea for self-fulfillment. So we present. So the definition of dual life work is nothing else than soliciting new club members and doing everything that to have the activity of other people. So to take care of this person, to train this person, so that this person solicits new club members and they have their own activity every month. This is basically simple, but it's not easy because we work with people. Everyone is different. It's natural that someone will have more faith in that, others not. Some people will join your life, and in 1 month they will not be so eager to work because they wouldn't have earned money. But it doesn't happen from the scratch. You need to devote some time. But we have prepared proper promotions for you, which will cause the dual life idea go up, will be the idea supported by different tools, promotions, so that it's easier to start for a new person, easier to retain this person in a team, and to support them so that they achieve the team leader as soon as possible, team executive, or the manager. Why is it good to be manager? Because you take part in this whole Founders Club program. Today's this year there is the first edition of Founders Club with top leaders. In this case, this were general directors and up. They have been on a yacht, do a live yacht. This is all waiting for you, but you need to pay the proper price for this so that you can be part of this club and to achieve this position. So, my dear, what tools have we prepared for you? It's important that we don't only talk, but we prepare proper tools and promotions to support you in this action outside. Then, before we go to promotions, one thing. I remember when I was building the structure, we talked about it. Often there is a question who to work with. You often hear a man in the center help people. Yes, of course, but you're not able to help everyone. Remember, I talk to people many times who and I work with people who work with 5 or 6 people. Well, my respect, because you are not able to produce good results and to help the others responsibly. So fewer often means better, and this must be difficult for some of you by choosing 2 or 3 people with whom you're working. I wouldn't work with more unless you consulted with your upline, and this will be your strategy. 2 preferably, and 3 okay too, but you also need to teach those people how they should help others. You need to go up. So 80% of the time that you have for the group, for actions with those people, You help them, others are learning, and you make them independent. Because if you make people independent, then this will be duplicating. Because if you don't make them independent, there will be a lot on your plate. You're not able to build higher than manager if you're working yourself. You need to have people who will duplicate you. It's easy to do things for other people because you do it better, but this is the trap that leaders are caught. But you will not go higher if you don't teach others. If you don't teach others, they will be expecting that you will do something for them because you always do it better. So it's important, as Piotr says, work, show involvement, of course, in stage one, but choose who you work with. Your time is a reward. Yes, exactly. And this is the information also to those who are thinking whether to get involved more or not. What I would do if I were you, I would already call my online or text my upline and tell him, look, I'm ready. Choose me. Look, this is the time where your leaders will be looking at organization like every time in January every year, where to devote the time, where to show their commitment. They have a defined strategy. So it's important that you are active. Don't wait for the upline to call you. You call your upline. We also were in an organization where we had our teams and people call us too. Leaders love when you call them. Leaders then know that the person is involved, that the person wants to be helped, but they are able to contribute a lot. So grab a phone, text a message, and remember, uh, make a strong movement in 2022 because there will be proper promotions to proper club to those who get involved because this project will be the idea of 2022 will last for the whole year. We will see what will happen throughout the year because it's very important that you have certain statistics, what's proven, best practices, what works, what doesn't, what should be improved. The same with our office. Look, let me just tell you that we created a special box for all our employees. Each our employee is entitled or even is obliged to give a hand to the company. What can be improved from the back office? What can be done better? What works? What takes a lot of time for doing a process or procedure? How can we quickly pack a parcel? How can we ship it? So hundreds of people in the back office will be involved on how to improve something that is basically perfect, but we are not resting. It's always better. It always can be better. And this is the winner's maxim. So imagine what will happen if not one leader, not two leaders in their organization face a challenge, but the whole team, the whole huge, many thousand organization has this go up idea in their mind where they're growing, they are doing a bit better. If you work 1 hour a day, work 1 hour and 10 minutes. If it's 2 hours, work 2 hours and 20 minutes. Do a bit more. Expect that from yourself, but also from others. Remember about involvement. But we want to give you an additional kick, an additional boost, a tool that will give you even help you even better talk to other people. Today it's the 29th of January, right? So we are moving back to the 16th. We will send you details on the email. There will be communication about it. Everyone, and we are starting with 100% more money for the Golden Group Leader. We have done this action in several countries several times. We had Romania, France, or Slovakia. We had a lot of success, but Poland too, of course. These were huge growths because this is the moment where it's worth involving more. This will be a limited promotion until the 15th of March. This will be the deadline for this. Everyone who will be introduced by the 15th of March, if they do the Golden Group Leader, so 30 days for that, they will get 100% the earnings of this bonus calculated by the system. We will double this bonus. And of course, this gives you the right of earning the money every month. Of course, if you are promoted higher, then there are different bonuses until you are a group leader. This is one thing. Another thing is to introduce only by the 15th of March, we are introducing this campaign, the producer of Golden Group Leader. We appreciate this business is about helping others.
You can't do it on your own because it's not gonna work. And then we're gonna pay you and every person that brings in another one and helps them and the golden group leader, then the gold group leader will get his benefits, and then you get your 200 point bonus from us for promoting this person, and that you teach them practices, because this is always actually pushing people out of their nest, but also working with them. You learn good practices straight away. So Golden Group Leader 100% more. The Golden Group Leader producer in those countries were leaders who were serious with the approach, and you are a leader. They achieve much higher results because everything starts with you. What emotional value you're going to give to particular action, and that's how people are going to approach it. If your approach it is like, oh, others do it, then probably others won't do it. It all depends on what emotion you give to a particular action, because people will take over this enthusiasm and your approach again. So in this business, everything, absolutely everything duplicates the production of gold group leaders. Why now for a short period of time? Why is it worth taking more momentum now? This is the skill of creating momentum organization. It's like with the car, you push it to give it speed, but if you give it more push at the beginning with a higher team, then it's just going to just slide out. You give it momentum. And if you are able to make huge effort until the 15th of March to work more, bring in, and you help more people and get the gold group leader, they'll earn, you'll earn, but you'll create momentum, you'll create action. And on that momentum, on those bases, you can drive for many months. If you just slip through that time and you don't fail to create that momentum, then your organization is not going to have the power. And I'm going to add that the organization is going to be demotivated, because if you don't do it, it doesn't mean some other team leader won't do it. If people in your organization will see you being passive and they see that things are happening in other team, all sorts of thoughts might, come up in their mind. Maybe they might want to change a team. It's important not to waste the time that others will do it, because we know from our experience, because we know what leaders are going to start off today, who are going to take the Your Life Up idea straight into the heart and start acting. If you don't follow that idea, that trend, and you just decide to be at a standstill, so your team is not going on to not develop, but it's going to be demotivated. It's important that everybody gets the same chance. We said today, everybody starts at the same moment, at the same time. Nobody's worse or better, just regardless of your age, of your gender, of your country, or your position. Everybody gets the same chance. It's important. It's important. You show and defend your position as a leader. You create it as like a really involved leader that people want to follow, or you just show that you're passive. If you show your proper position for 2 months, it's of key importance to build up for the next year. Piotr also said a great award, but the President's Club. The highest position in Poland are the president. We initiate creation of President Club, a club where each of you can be a part of from the team leader upwards. Once you get advanced and promoted to team leader, you can be member of the club. This will have all sorts of benefits. There will be special awards for those people. We will show people every month, people who've joined the President's Club. We will talk about you, we'll show you you will be able to be proud because you will be in the top notch of the involved leaders. You don't have to hold some top positions. You can be team leader and become member of the president's club. You can be in the head, I would say, of the leaders. You can be at the top, and they are best practices which will help you in right time, depending on your involvement, to reach the top positions. If you want to get to, of course, it's, something that's been verified. It's 8 years of experience and many years of other leaders, elsewhere. So first of all, the challenge is only one. You increase your turnover by 5.5% per month. Then we'll divide it into quarters, into 3 months. Let's say quarters, because we start as of 16th of February. So you have 2 weeks to get drive, to have a proper mindset and talk to people. If we specify in your office the system, you log in, and you will have specified how much your turnover of your organization is to go up in 3 months. In 1 month, you can have more momentum, then you can slow down a bit. If something doesn't work, then you speed up. So at the end of the 3rd month, you have a proper turnover increase in your organization. So you must remember that 3 months, for every period of 3 months, when you implement that and you grow by 5%, it is about 5.5% per month. It's not much. If you're a team leader and you have 10,000 points on turnover, 5.5%. Just do your math. It is only 550 points. It is just one more person, 2 more people. If you are a executive leader, this is only 650 points more. It's 3-4 people. Come on, it's doable. What we were saying earlier, just small steps, a step at a time. It's a small step, big leap. If you are able to increase your turnover by, on average, 5.5%, so every 3 months is like few percent. So you're going to increase your turnover by 100% in a year or more. Then you'll be able to choose the color of your car, you earn more, and then if you are a leader now, you're going to increase your turnover by 100% at least. If it duplicates in your team, it can be even more. If you're a manager, in a year you'll be a senior manager. If you have increased by 7-8% per month, it's a bit more than 5.5. Then you're going to go up by 170%, more or less. So see, look, it's just 2% more. It'll make your business grow 70% more. These are small differences, but you need to be aware of it. Make sure that recruitment is right, look after people, and make sure that they stay in the organization, show them help. We will notify on webinars what practices are worth implementing, but this is the idea. For every 3 months, 1 diamond for you. At the end of the year, when we meet, when you will go up onto the stage, you'll go up on the stage, you'll get a special badge with a proper number of shining diamonds, which will be a symbol. Each of them is 1 quarter where you managed to achieve your goal. When you won, when you were in the idea, go up and you achieved what you wanted to. If for 4 quarters and you work systematically, you'll have 4 diamonds, and that's what I hope for you to achieve. This will be a huge trampoline for you to be in the Founders Club, where you reach higher when you spend time with the top leaders on the Jewel yacht. When we drink drinks, we visit beautiful places, there's lots of sunshine. But you need to start with a small steps and have huge results with your team. I believe that this session that we've had today is going to bring into your teams a lot, into your hearts a lot, and that the Dual Life Go Up idea was not going to stay in our hearts and heads only, and of our partners, or the management board, and all the directors who work in the office, but also down there for you. And it's going to bring huge effect, which will make you fulfill the goals that you have 2025. But you need to eat that cake one piece at a time. So we dedicate this year to Dual Life Go Up idea, so all of us can develop and grow. Everything starts from you. You decide if you want to grow up by 100% within a year. Start with yourself, start motivating yourself, warming yourself up. Do a bit more every day, a bit more, just a bit more. Look after your turnover within your organization. Invite the right people. Work with those who have deserved it. I'm going to be straightforward. Have time for those who are ready to run like you, because this is going to bring a great effect. And this year can be your effect. A little bit more every day. So have great success. Soon we'll have further sessions. Stay with us. Make sure that all of you are there, because there'll be lots of important information. And it's important that we meet at TFT. There are nearly 3,000 tickets sold. Let's have a record. Let's meet in a number of 5,000 of us. I believe that there are going to be 5,000 of us in Gliwice, and we will celebrate the success of the whole organization. We have 2 months with all the promotion. Then we have a March. Then we have TFT, People and Energy, and we just keep going forward, and we just zoom with it, because Dual Life has a chance to be the best company for the world and in the world. Let's show the world that if we unite, if we do it all together, just a bit more, go up, because we expect more from ourselves, then we're going to get great results. Thanks, cheers, and see you in a minute. Bye. See ya. Incredible bag of information that we got from the news. In my work with the team and with my leaders' experience, I've noticed that the team stimulates like new challenges. There's like a new stimulus and stimuli, and we see that we can work in our teams with the Present Club. And I really invite you to share, to make that information available. Talk about that club in your team. We'll get more info at the beginning of February, so we'll be able to send it over to our teams. Norbert spoke about pins, which will be awarded for quarterly achievements. There will be badges with diamonds. Of course, we'd be worried that they go all the way to Allegro and you won't wear them. There will not be diamonds, there will be just crystals, zirconia. This is to award the effort of the club members who want to get into the Present Club. We start the main session at 9, so make sure that your teams are ready. Tell them that we start in a minute, and I'll see you then.